Well, good evening. Dean here. Random things I do. Uh, I told you on this last video, I had something I talk to you about, tell you about. It's really a medical thing. Some of you know some of my issues and problems I'm having and stuff I've learned to live with. And I've had some recently, over the past 6 months or so, I've had some heart issues. And kind of put that on a back burner. I've got some medicine I take to make vessels flex or whatever, bigger. That's helped. I feel a lot better. Nitroglycerin, I've, you know, it's not something I'm having to take that often. Uh, but in the process of all that, my doctor also decided, well, because of your age, let's do a lung test. Let me check your lungs and all that. And she did, and it came back. Oh, lungs are great. All right, okay, good. Some good news. But we wasn't focusing on your stomach. But in the process of doing these tests, and we look back on the heart ones and we can spot some of it, but we found, they call it, at this point she was calling it a tumor. I don't know, I guess they got different names for it. Another doctor, I think, called it a nodule or something like that. But that's in one of my recent videos. I was going to the doctor, and, they put me to sleep and went down my throat into my stomach. And, well, that didn't pan out too well as far as what they thought they were going to go down there and see and, tell me everything about it. There is just the one that they can see. That's one good thing. The other problem is I've got to be put back to sleep again to do something else. I forget what they call it now. So, anyway, they'll be able to see it better. The one they did showed it sticking in my stomach because it's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay. But what it did show was it was growing up into the lining of my stomach. And that he couldn't see. So that's what they're wanting to go back and see now before they decide what to do or how bad it is. Yeah, but I said in the last video, I said something I'll talk to you about and tell you about. And, just another one of those struggles in life, I haven't found out yet if it's cancerous. One says, let's hope not, and the other one's pretty positive it is, and no facts yet. No, nothing for sure. So, he took very little bitty pinch while he was down there. So, well, that's the growth of it is what they're worried about. See how it all comes out. Well, and they started telling me the effects of it, and I said, oh, that's why that's been happening. Oh, that's why I've had trouble with this, and that's why it hurts so bad when I eat and stuff. And they go, have you discussed that with your doctor in the past? And I said, no, I just live with it. And now this has come up, and now they think they know why. To remove it will require surgery. no matter how small or how big it is. Okay. Well, I didn't want to do this second test and be put back to sleep. And I thought, well, that's nonsense. If it's got to be taken out by surgery, then just go ahead and take it out. And then I kind of rejected and be put to sleep again, so didn't make that appointment. Well, then the other nurse from the other doctor calls me, and she's like, you don't, let me explain this to you, We don't know how much this, how much that. We don't know what we're getting into. You're thinking, your mind thought is the old-fashioned way of, let's just slice, dice, and get it out of there and go on. See, but we want to know what we're up against. And if things ain't like it used to be, we need to break it down and, solve and see what we got going on. So now I've agreed to go ahead and do the other test, and I'm just waiting for them to call me to set that up and do it. Really have no desire to do it. So that's about all I have to tell you about it. I know some people's been wondering what's going on, and the reason I really didn't talk about it is I hadn't told my daughter about it yet until last night, late last night. She did call me, and I thought, well, let me go ahead and tell her about it. All right. As of right now, I'm just in a waiting mode of another test, so they can see how bad it really is and how much it's going. And like the lady says, it might not be hardly that far up in there. It might not be that much between the lining, up in the lining. But at this point, they just don't know. And I'm like, well, okay. So then I thought maybe I just won't say nothing until I know more. But then I thought, then I've got to explain it all from the beginning to the end if I'm going to tell the story. It's all part of my life. Very few people knew, and I had to tell my kids and what was really going on, and I just kept, there's just routine checkup stuff is what I've been saying, which exactly what it was, and the lung test and figuring out my heart and all that. They knew about that part. It was kind of hard to hide that when I would have these attacks, that I couldn't breathe and I hurt and stuff like that, and the pain was just is pretty hard. Hits pretty hard. That's where I stand. Y'all just I just ask y'all to. It's all anybody can do anyway is pray that it all comes back negative, and that it's not that much of a growth, and if it is, then the good Lord puts the right people in line to take care of it. And we'll go from there. But that's what I was referring to in the last video, that I had something to talk to you about. And I've beat it, I've outdone them 3 different times. Yeah, Scott, and I saw Scott says, well, you beat them 3 times and you're still here. They gave me 5 years one time and told me, the average person lives 5 years. And I blew that out of the water. I've lived a lot longer than that now. And so it's just another thing, another obstacle in the way. And I'm going to get it taken care of. It'll be all right. But thanks for the prayer. God bless. That's all I can ask for. And that's all I need. Y'all have a blessed night. Remember, Jesus loves you. So keep on smiling. Random things I do.